How you guys met?
I saw her right in the middle of the road. I felt like jumping in front of traffic, bro.
Yeah. And then what made you say yes again?
I had stopped trusting that what we had on the first couple of dates was real. But when he said what he said, it just clicked and I was like, okay.
Situation before all of that, let's go back in the past.
I started getting horny since the age of 15. Throughout everything I did in my life was so that I get laid. But I couldn't see a single girl in my vicinity. I thought online dating will work, not a single match. I did have a few friends in my circle, but they just remained friends. Approaching was extremely hard. I just felt like I'm disturbing her, I'm bothering her.
So a sense of low self-esteem as well.
I would see that theme of any media I consume or make something of yourself first, then expect to meet women or anything like that.
That's only then when a woman will like you because you have money.
Exactly.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, so I was like, okay, fine, fuck it, let me check out my lifestyle. I was looking through the website and I'm seeing one video of you approaching. Okay, fine, probably staged. Let me scroll further. I see another video. I'm seeing like 15, 20 videos here. How many could you have staged? Maybe there is something to it. Okay, let me call. And ever since I made that call, it was one roller coaster ride. Yourselves give like specific suggestions on what to do about my looks, changing my outfit, working out. Ever since the age of 12 to 13, people used to make fun of me for being bald, and that also took a huge hit on my self-esteem.
Yeah.
But now I've learned to embrace it.
I think the one thing that so far I've liked about how IML approaches dating, it brings out who you are. It's not really about, hey, become magnetic in 30 days. You know, it's about.
Hey guys, today I want you guys to meet Divyanth and Devika. So Divyanth यार हमारा एक client रह चुका है पहले से. He came to us at a point in time where he was very shy, very introverted. इसके पूरे time ये spend करता था अपने काम में और अपने video games खेलने में, and was never at a point in time जहाँ इसकी dating life अच्छी जा रही थी. So he decided to get coaching at Ironman Lifestyle, and slow and steady he improved his confidence, his fashion, and became good with women. Over the years he had some amazing experiences with us, and then eventually met his wife in Bangalore, who he had approached during the daytime. This is his story, and only for this week we're running a launch offer on Mentorship 3.0. So if you're someone who's in the same position that he's a successful man but he's struggling with his dating life, everything is sorted but वहाँ पे वो confidence नहीं आता लड़कियों से बात करने में, या conversation continue करना नहीं पता, या text करना नहीं आता है, we're running a launch offer for Mentorship 3.0 where you can get launch bonuses and discounts worth up to 3,90,000 rupees. Just click on the link below and apply for Mentorship 3.0. Now let's check out the podcast. Welcome Divyanth and Devika.
Thank you.
It's absolutely nice to see you, meet you for the first time, and to see you again, bro.
Happy to be here, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I love how your journey has been, like, you know, years of personal development from the point you started to now where you're getting married to the love of your life. Makes me very happy to see that journey.
Yeah, and it was a long and arduous journey, and I'm really grateful for IML. I don't think I would have done it without it.
For sure, bro. But firstly, like, you guys, I just want to know how you guys met. Like, let's just get started with that right off the bat.
Our coaches.
Right.
And like I saw her right in the middle of the road in Kormangla.
Right. Oh, so this was in Bangalore.
Yeah, this was in Bangalore. Okay. And
what were you doing at that time?
I was actually waiting for an auto in a very bad mood.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in a really bad mood.
So you're in a really bad mood.
And I didn't even see her, but then the coach told me to approach. I was like super scared. I went up to her, I said, excuse me. And she was like immediately like, no, I don't want to talk. I'm not in the mood. So I just turned around and went away.
Okay. Like a gentleman.
Like a gentleman, of course.
Nice.
But then the coach, he said, bro, why did you come out already? Just turn around. Looks like she has something to say. I turned around and she's looking at me. I went a little closer to her. Like I asked, what?
Sort of like testing the waters that she's anyway angry. She's not going to punch you in the face.
Yeah, like I'm just like, I was confused. Like why is she still talking to me? She told me to F off. And then she said, I look familiar. I look like someone she knows.
Yeah. What was going on in your mind? Because let's get her perspective also.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Like I said, I was in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And I had been approached before randomly. I mean, I'm used to it. So
what's your perspective about guys approaching? Like when you get approached like that?
I mean, it's happened so often. It's what they do. And it used to irritate me initially because I'm like, why are you talking to me? Am I standing here to be talked to? But when he did approach me, firstly, I thought he looked like someone I knew. Then
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I was still in a bad mood. But the only reason I spoke to him, or because I kind of looked at him and wondered about him, is because he looked like someone I thought I knew. That was the thing. Second, he approached in a very nice way. He didn't approach saying something creepy or weird.
Right.
He approached and it was interesting. Like I was intrigued. I remember feeling very.
Yeah. And what did you say?
So she could remember who I looked like, but I looked familiar apparently. So I told her, okay, if you remember who I look like, can you just send it to me on Instagram? Even I'm curious.
Okay.
So we exchanged Instagrams, and then after
Right there, directly. No conversation.
no conversation, I just told her, okay, if you remember who I look like, just send me a message on Instagram. And yeah, we exchanged Instagrams immediately, and then I immediately left. That's it.
Oh, so it's a very, very short conversation.
Very short
Very short
conversation.
conversation.
Oh my God. And then how did it move on from there? What happened on Instagram? Because you barely knew him. And
So I asked her who I look like, and she said I look like some guy called Shamik Chakraborty.
okay.
I found some random guy called Shamik Chakraborty on LinkedIn who looked nothing like me, but I still wanted to confirm.
Yeah, so then I told him, I showed him the actual photo of the person I thought he looked like, and I sent it to him. So we started talking. I liked the fact that he didn't ask for my number or try to be very pushy and say, oh, hey, when do we meet and stuff. Yeah, I mean, in fact, no, I even remember saying, hey, okay, saying something like, hey, okay, I'd like to talk to you, but not right now. So and then he said, okay, let's exchange Instagram and, let's kind of let me know when you remember who I look like. So it was a short conversation. There was no pushing. There was no annoyingness. There was no cheesiness.
Yeah. So he understood his boundaries.
He understood his boundaries. He didn't, kind of make me feel like, the way that guys kind of extrapolate, like, oh, wow, you're like the most beautiful woman I've ever met. None of that jazz.
But he does that. Like for him, you are the most beautiful woman.
I am, but yeah.
Yeah. Half an hour we were talking, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, stop it. And Devin is like all head over heels over you. It's very
That's
cute.
now.
Yeah.
That's now. And see, we find each other the best looking people on earth after knowing each other very, very deeply. We've really taken time to do that.
Yeah.
But back then, it would have been very lame if he said that.
Yeah. It's good for me. It's new for me also to see you guys, like we were sitting there, he was holding hands cutely like that and talking, and how you're just helping each other up and up and up. Not like pulling each other down. It's a very, very good dynamic. I'm very happy for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. And then tell me more about what happened then on Instagram that happened. And then what transpired?
Then the conversation on Instagram became, it was very smooth. Just texting over felt very smooth. I didn't feel like I had to say the right things or be careful about what I'm saying. Everything I said, Devika responded very well, and it felt very natural.
Right.
And then she also she said something about schedule. Oh, look, what does your schedule look like? Something like that. I said, and I also jokingly said, oh, I'm super busy, but okay, fine, maybe I can make some room. It all came naturally to me.
Yeah.
The whole push-pull thing, right?
Right.
Push-pull and flirt, all that came very natural to me. I didn't even have to think about it.
Yeah.
And then we scheduled a meeting appointment with one another.
Yeah. After how much time?
After maybe
3 days.
3 days, did we
3
talk
days.
we talked 2-3 days, I think.
2-3 days.
Okay.
And then you guys met.
Yeah, and then we decided to meet. But when we decided to meet, she randomly messaged something called I like carnations.
Okay.
And I didn't even have any idea what carnations were. Was it
Type
a
of
car?
flowers, right?
It's a type of flower.
It's a type of flower. So I had to Google it. It turns out to be a type of flower.
Yeah, same.
So I had to go to the flower shop, buy it, and meet her. But then when I did that, I was a little bit late. She had already arrived at the venue. And
Again in a bad mood.
No, she was in a good mood.
Good mood.
And against all the IML advice, there was a small table and she sat right across. There were
Yeah.
you could only sit
I get
across.
it.
Had she come later than me, I could have picked the table and had her sit next to me, but she was sitting right across.
Yeah.
So again, the conversation between us.
So
was super
just give a
formal.
context about what do you mean? Sitting across and everything for people that don't know.
Oh yeah, sorry. In IML, we are advised to sit next to your date so that things can happen.
Like right now.
Yeah, right now.
It's more intimate.
It's more intimate. You can get to know each other better.
Versus sitting like me and Divyanth right now. I'm interviewing you.
Yeah.
So we want that dynamic there rather than this one. It's just better, more intimate. And if she's comfortable, the gap closes and then there's more intimacy and everything also. So then go on.
Yeah, so we sat across each other and we had a very formal conversation. And for some reason, I didn't think the date would go anywhere. But then I happened to sit like this, keeping my arm forward, and then she said, "So do you want to hold my hand?" I'm like, "Whoa, okay, what is going on here?" And once I held her hand, then this ball went rolling, and
Yeah.
like we just switched venues one after the other, and then we ended up
Nice.
in my place
Yeah.
for 12. I mean, we had a 12-hour long date, and it was like absolute. We just got to know each other heart to heart.
Right, right. Nice. And then, so did you guys start dating after that instantly?
We did date for
did
a
for a
month,
while.
but unfortunately, just after I met her,
Yeah.
just 3 days after I met her, my grandmother passed away,
Oh, so sorry to hear that, bro.
and that was it had a huge emotional impact on me, more than I realized it did. I didn't show it at that time. I didn't even realize I felt anything. I didn't even cry, but whenever I saw her, I remembered my grandmother, and I just couldn't see her anymore. So like after a month or so, I had to break up with her. And then I had the rest of my journey with IML for about a year.
Right. How did it make you feel, like, like the first date, and then the first month, and then him breaking up? How'd that make you feel?
You know, you'd be surprised, but it is one of the best things that happened to me for my self-worth.
Really?
Because he said a couple of things about the way I looked.
I was mean to her.
He was very mean. And him being mean somehow gave me the fillip I needed, the kind of, jump I needed to tell people that, you know what, you don't get to tell me what makes me look good. And I have maintained that ever since, with him, with anyone else in my life, that you don't get to tell me how I look or how I should look, right? I think that was just that jumpstart or that kickstart that I needed to get out of body shaming myself. So honestly, it was a good thing that happened. And he said that because someone I liked so much, like he said, that first date was one of the most intense experiences of my life. Right? The first couple of dates were these long-winded, very, very intense dates. And for someone to have connected at that level and then say these things, I was like, no, I'm not going to take it anymore.
Yeah.
So that was a great thing for me personally. I don't know. It's like the whole timing thing just worked out.
Yeah.
That it was one of the best things that happened. So while it hurt, it was required.
The breakup?
Yeah.
Okay.
The breakup was required. Him
Yeah.
saying those things was required. And okay, I won't spoil your story, but go on.
Yeah, so I spent the rest of the year. I mean, every time I thought about her, I thought about my grandmother, and I had to heal from that.
So you were in IML at that time. Before that, also you were there. Like the past few years, you've been with us, right? Yeah. And then what happened after that?
So the next 1 year, I mean, I had the Thailand trip.
Yeah.
Just a few months after we broke up, and yeah, like I had crazy experiences. I met people in Thailand.
Yeah.
So over the next few months, I was heavily doing cold approach. I used to spend all of my time cold approaching, not even working that much. But then I kind of realized what really makes me attracted to someone, and that is that personality. I mean, I feel that personality adds to someone's looks.
Yeah.
It's not just looks. It's not just physical looks. Personality. If somebody's personality matches with mine, if they are smart, I feel they look attractive. And a lot of times, even if I find a woman attractive from a distance, when I talk to her and she opens her mouth,
Yeah.
my opinion changes immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
So after comparing and like cross-checking everything in my mind of all the experiences I had, I just missed Devika a lot.
In that 1 month only, because it was intense for you and it was intense for you.
Very intense.
I missed her a lot. I used to look at the pictures of her, and like she even used to share Instagram stories and jokes and all that, and felt that our humor is also so aligned. Like we just find the same things funny.
Yeah.
And so I want to text her. I just texted her, "Hey, what's up? What are you doing?" I wanted to find out what I feel like. I wanted to find out if
And were you guys in touch at that time for that 1 year?
On and off.
On and off.
on and off. Yes, we just liked each other's stories, Instagrams, and things like that.
I feel there are so many demons that we're battling in ourselves, because like with Divyanth, I've known him very closely. He shared everything with me because we've had a long journey of healing trauma and everything as well. And me also going from that same journey of having commitment issues. So sometimes it just comes up as commitment issues. Sometimes it just comes up as me not approving of myself. So me telling other people how they should be, and me controlling things, and me just being like, oh, this has to be a specific way. And then the more you heal as a person, the more you become accepting of, people are different.
Yeah.
सबके बिहेवियर सेम नहीं होंगे जैसे मेरे होने चाहिए. If I have certain एक ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो मतलब what it just tells me is कि भाई वो problem मेरे अंदर है, because if I'm getting so triggered by some little thing, I need to work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then?
So I wanted to find out what I feel like when I see her,
Yeah.
whether I still remember my grandma or anything like that. So I decided to, I decided to contact her. Let's meet. Turns out she was in Mumbai at that time. So I traveled to Mumbai. Initially, I made some excuses.
Did you get carnations this time?
I did not.
ठीक है.
But I was making excuses, saying, "Oh, I'm here to meet some few friends." And my whole plan was, if she says no, I'll just go and do cold approach.
Yeah.
So I went up to her, and she turned up at my hotel. We wanted to go somewhere from there, go to a cafe, and then maybe
Right.
go to bandstand, talk, but just casually, platonically. I saw her there, and she was like, "Oh my God, what the fuck did I do?" Like she was so beautiful. I was like stunned.
Yeah.
And initial few, like maybe half an hour, 1 hour was like normal. Hi, bye. What are you doing? What are you doing in life and all that. We went to bandstand right in front of Shah Rukh Khan's house, and there I sat her down along the beach, and I told her that, look, last time we dated, my grandma just died, and by the way, she was there. She came to the hospital secretly. I told her that my grandmother died, and every time I saw my grandmother, I had this association in my mind. Every time I saw her, I saw that association in my mind with my grandmother, and I wanted to find out if it's there or not. And right now, I don't have that anymore, and I just wanted to also say sorry for everything I've said to you, and I'm here to ask you, will you be mine again? And without any hesitation, she immediately said yes.
Okay. What made you say yes again?
I do believe timing was a big thing then,
For sure.
because I had been on my own journey that year, personally, professionally, working on a lot of demons, like you spoke about,
Yeah.
right?
Everyone.
And I realized that I used to think that what I was looking for manifested itself in a certain way, looked like a certain kind of person, when he said what he said, which is that I'm looking for this, and I'm looking for something long term, I am looking for something meaningful. I knew that we already had something good and meaningful, and while I wasn't hoping for it to come back, or waiting for it to come back, in the sense like I wouldn't have moved on with my life if he hadn't come back. Obviously I would have, but I just realized that, okay, so this is what I was looking for. Things just clicked. And
Nice.
it was, I do know for a fact, like I had stopped trusting that what we had on the first couple of dates was real. But when he said what he said, that I realized that this was where I went wrong, or this was what happened. And he gave that explanation, it just clicked, and I was like, okay, let's talk. And there's been a lot of deliberate, it's been a very deliberate decision to get back with him. It wasn't...
From your side or from both? Both
Both of our sides.
Yeah.
Both of our sides.
I mean, it must have been a lot of work.
It's been a lot.
It was a lot of work, of course.
Yeah. And like on your end, like now we're looking at you guys are getting married, like very happy for you, everything is great. The journey that you've had with us at Unman Lifestyle, you're aware of it a little bit, but I'd want to talk about it more. And like, was it as easy as it sounds right now? I see a girl, I talk to her, like it just sounds supremely easy, right?
I mean, even now on paper, it sounds super easy, but when you put the rubber to the road and go to the street and actually have to approach someone, it's gonna be hard no matter how much practice you have.
Why do you think it's hard?
I think it's something to do with human instinct, not psychological. It's just instinct. It's just your instinct protecting you.
Do you remember your first approach? Or even so do you remember your first approach?
I absolutely remember my first approach. I was sweating like crazy.
How was it? Where was it? Paint me a picture.
So I was in Indiranagar, and my only intention was to watch others approach. So I just contacted one of the wings in...
You had signed up for the mentorship at this point with Anman Lifestyle?
Yes, I had signed up for the mentorship, and I just thought it's going to be a WhatsApp group where guys meet and try to approach people. Yeah, I did just that. I met a wing, and he approached, but although that guy, his game was something else. It was quite creepy the way he approached, and I was like, okay, fine, but still he's approaching. It's amazing. There I have met one of the coaches, that coach, and yeah, right away he pushed me to approach.
Instantly.
Yeah, instantly, and it wasn't even part of any a session or
No session boot camp. He just saw
happened,
you and he's like, yeah, let's help out Divyanth.
Yeah, let's help out.
Okay, nice.
So there was so much arguing back and forth with that coach. I said no, I'm not going to approach, and this guy was like, dude, what the fuck?
Why are you here? You paid money for this. What the fuck?
And finally, and funnily enough, he had so much patience. Like he treated me like a child hesitating to go to school, or and he just said, okay, fine, just go and say hi. You look lovely today. That's it. I don't want you to say anything else. Just go say hi. You look lovely today. And back then, everybody was wearing masks also.
Oh yeah.
The COVID time, right?
Times.
So I felt okay, fine. There was this girl who was wearing a mask, and she was like,
And you were saying you were sweating and everything. Tell me, how were you feeling at that time?
I felt like I'm just jumping in front of traffic, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
But I have to.
Yeah, but I have to. So I just took the plunge. I'm like, hi, excuse me, I think you look lovely. She said, thank you, and then she walked away. But in a very polite way. I thought she was going to punch me. and yeah, okay, fine, at least have backup to call the hospital or something.
you got coaches now to help you out.
And she just said thank you, and she walked away, and like, okay, oh my god, this just happened.
Yeah. And how did it make you feel after it happened?
I felt powerful. I felt like I climbed Mount Everest or something.
Amazing. Can you relate to that feeling? Like, because I've never met women who understand what it feels for a man to approach a girl. Like you can't.
Can't relate because I have been approached.
Yeah.
Since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
And so no, I don't get it. I don't get how it feels to want something and go after it.
Yeah.
When it comes to relationships, because women are discouraged from doing that.
True.
And to be honest, I've done it. I've gone and approached people and said, hey, I want to date you.
Was it easy for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. It's not easy for men at all. No man. It's not easy for any man. Even now, like me being a coach, I don't have that feeling that it's like a piece of cake. There is still that hesitation, but because I've overcome, it's like going to the gym every day. You just don't want to go, but you still have to. But just multiply it a little bit more because you still have those feelings of, oh my God, something bad can happen, or rejection or whatever.
Yeah. I guess. And I think that's the unfortunate thing, right? I mean, I don't think guys are taught that it's okay to just speak to women like they're normal beings. So no, I mean, I don't relate to the feeling at all because when I had to approach somebody and
It's been easy for you.
very easy.
Yeah, I know. And that's what women always say, hey, bro, just be yourself, man. Just be yourself. I'm like, yeah, really? After having like 10 approaches and getting rejected by everyone, where you're sweating, you're jumping in front of traffic like you're climbing Mount Everest. And as soon as you do it, you feel powerful that I am the man now. Fuck, bro. Okay. So then, so that was your first approach. And it made you feel powerful, made you feel amazing. How was, let's backtrack a little bit more. What made you sign up in the first place? Why did you want to sign up for coaching? And what was your situation before all of that? Let's go back in the past.
So I started getting horny since the age of 15. Or probably before that also. But then
Directly there. I started getting horny at 15.
But any semblance of showing interest in girls would lead to backlash. Arey bro, you're a bacha. Go and earn some money first before chasing after girls. And I would see that theme not only being directly told to me, but also in online or anywhere, any media I consume or culture in general. Right?
Yeah.
Like just make something of yourself first. Then you'll expect to meet women or anything like that.
Because that's only then when a woman will like you because you have money.
Exactly, because you have money.
Do you agree with that?
Because money is tied to self-worth, it ends up being true. But no, not just for money.
Okay.
Yeah, so throughout everything I did in my life for a significant amount of time was so that I get laid.
Okay.
Why
Is
not?
only getting laid?
Why I went to college, why I took engineering. Fortunately, I developed interest in engineering in computer science and everything, but why I got there in the first place, why I said that path in the first place, to get laid, to be
Okay.
honest.
ठीक है. ठीक है.
So I did engineering. I got an amazing job. I started earning. I invested. My personal portfolio grew. I invested in my health. My body became amazing. I mean, at least to the extent that I love. I was polite. I was refined. Everything. But I couldn't see a single girl in my vicinity looking in my direction. I thought online dating will work. Not a single match. I did have a few friends in my circle, but they just remained friends. I have been attracted to one or two of them, but the moment I felt them perceive my attraction, I just felt so overwhelmed. I would just run away, and I would retreat into my safe space, which is computer games. That's also there. Then I moved to the US. Right, in the US, it was all the more isolating. I didn't have a social circle there. I had to constantly shift here and there, right? So anytime I did build a social circle, make friends, I'd have to suddenly shift again, and I would miss them. And because of that alone, I was completely socially isolated when I was in the US for about 6 years. Then I came back. After coming back, the only social circle I had was my family. I did not have friends, let alone female friends. Friends I had few friends, but they all got arranged married and they didn't have enough time to spend with me.
Yeah.
So at this point, I was rich. I had a good job, but I absolutely had no means to meet women. And for me, it felt like I'm more likely to reach space than ever get a girlfriend.
Yeah. So you were doing everything that was told to you, everything that you could have ever done, and still there was no hope of meeting someone that you connect with or just get laid. And
Absolutely no hope. It was just completely isolating, and socially I became so withdrawn that even approaching my own parents started becoming scary. Like I couldn't reach out to friends.
Really?
I couldn't call people. I was so socially isolated that I couldn't even call people when I missed them, or like I just felt like a very needy person anytime I reached out for social contact. And I was like, nope, I need to learn charisma. Like I used to play this game called Sims, and where in Sims you have this skill called charisma, right? And I want to learn charisma. Like I was at this point where I don't even want to get laid. I just want to learn to talk to people.
yeah.
I want to learn charisma. I started searching for people that teach charisma. Couldn't find any, obviously. And I'm like, okay, fine, fuck it. Let's learn pickup. So there are so many people claiming to teach pickup. Let's do that. I've seen a few pickup coaches videos, but all of those coaches, they are extremely good looking. And I'm like, okay, fine, these people are frauds. They're already good looking. That's why they're having success with women.
Yeah.
But you, I'm sorry, no offense, but I didn't think you were very good looking.
Wow. Thanks.
And that's the whole funda.
I mean, me, after years of me working on myself, I'm not that good looking. So, theek hai, nice. I would think, I mean, I'm like average looking. Not like supremely good looking. But then a lot of people watching would be like, bhai, if we were like good looking, if we were just looking like you, I'm sure we would get girls like that. But yeah, go on then.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, fine, fuck it. Let me check out Iron Man lifestyle. I was looking through the website, and I'm seeing one video of you approaching. Okay, fine, probably staged. Let me scroll further. I see another video. I'm seeing like 15, 20 videos here. How many could you have staged?
How many could you stage? Correct.
Then like, oh shit, okay, maybe there is something to it. Okay, let me call.
Nice.
And ever since I made that call, it was one roller coaster ride.
Wow.
Yeah, the moment one of your sales team members called, I mean, the conversation with him was so wonderful. It didn't seem like they were trying to sell me something at all.
Yeah.
It seemed like they really tried to understand me, and they only said we'll help. They didn't say we have this course, buy this. No.
Yeah, true. Because I mean that's what we love, And it's not like we can just sell a course and that you buy. We need to be very clear to understand what the problem is and can we even help someone out. Is it aligning with our goals? Is it aligning with your goals? What are you expecting if that's going to be done? Okay, so tell me what were the other challenges that once you got started you were facing? One was your first approach was just kick ass. So now you got out of that barrier of doing your first approach. Now what after that? Was it smooth sailing now? Oh, you've done your approach. Now you're gonna have a line of girls after you to get.
So everything I saw in the course, it was kind of straightforward, but for me every step along the way was difficult. First of all, approaching was extremely hard, but then I kind of found a way to automate it by doing many approaches successively.
Yeah.
But even after making those approaches, I wouldn't stay in the conversation. I would eject. I just couldn't stay in conversation anymore.
Why?
I just felt like I'm disturbing her, I'm bothering her, and I don't have anything important to say.
Right.
I would feel like she's better off not talking to me.
So a sense of low self-esteem as well.
Sense of low self-esteem. Also, yeah, I just don't have anything to say to her. I also have this, okay, fine, who is she? I mean, she's just another person. I mean, I didn't have that curiosity to know the people I met, right?
Yeah.
And I felt like I myself am not that interesting, so why should I be interested in her?
So was it that she was showing signs that she's not interested in you? Or were there instances that, the girl that you were trying to talk to was actually interested in you now that you think back, but you felt that you're not interesting, so you left?
I didn't want to disappoint them. Maybe they're curious, but what if they find me not interesting?
Yeah. A deep sense of shame that we had to work through later on.
Shame
But
and
yeah, we'll get to that as well. Yeah. Okay, so we've identified some patterns now. Like even when you go talk to a girl, it's not that easy because you're rejecting yourself.
Self-rejection.
Yeah. I relate to that 100%. Like I would feel that myself as well. And my thing that would come out is like, as soon as I'm like with a girl after 2-3 dates, it's getting too intense. I'm like, no, I need to leave. Because if she sees the real me, she's going to leave. But इससे पहले वो मुझे छोड़ के जाए, मैं चला जाता हूँ. So escape. I think that could be one reason and the first month that you guys met as well, Just that escaping thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you correct that part of not ejecting? Not leaving even when someone's interested?
So that's the part where I had to take high word cycle.
Right.
And I really had to learn to love myself and resolve the traumas that I had.
Yeah.
With regard to parents, because I grew up in a very highly competitive, highly achievement-oriented family. I had like 3 uncles. 2 uncles who went to IIT, and one of them, my first uncle is a doctor. My mom is a doctor. My dad went to IIMB. Yeah. My sister went to NLSIU. Like all of these are top Ivy League, and I didn't end up going anywhere of those. I mean, I just went to a normal college. So there was that self-esteem issue going on, pressure to perform. And I had a lot of trauma related to that. Why aren't you studying?
Yeah.
You're not doing enough for your career, for yourself. I had to resolve that trauma and learn to forgive my parents for everything they allegedly did.
Yeah. So that's what we did in high word cycle. So high word cycle is, so when I was coaching people, or even in my journey of learning this thing, we were very focused on go talk to the girl, say this thing, do this thing, and improve that, and go to the gym and be better looking. But there's a very deep-seated thing, which I realized way later, that in my early days, it was just, being with girls, but never something real. So I realized no matter how many girls I get, I'm still running away from them. So the true love that you want, वो कभी आ ही नहीं रहा है. Because I'm not allowing myself to do that. So then I had to go towards an inward journey and figure out my whole childhood kaisa raha hai, how was the relationship with the parents, my relationship with myself, or kaise experiences has affected me over the years. And that was pretty crazy for myself. So I went very deep into that. I did like facilitator training workshops. I did like traumatic stress studies, studied a lot about that, merged it with spirituality and psychology and like inner child healing and bunch of other things. And then we're like, yeah, this is something that our clients need, because you can have the perfect thing to say, but you will still self-sabotage your own success. So that's what we started helping people out with as part of the mentorship. Right. And then Divyanth really needed that, because whenever we spoke, like, it's like, bro, like, what's up? You're talking to girls, everything is fine. Why are you running away? Like, aisa to nahi ho sakta hai. 100 girls you talk to, nobody likes you. And like, you're doing good things, because anytime him and I would do like role plays, I'm like, bro, I think that's good enough. Should be working. So that was the piece that was missing. And then, how was your journey working on that? Like, confronting those inner things and looking inward?
So before, I used to really hate my parents for what they allegedly did, for the way they disciplined me. I used to fantasize doing horrible things to them. But after doing this inner child healing, I'm like, okay, fine, they did those things, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now. I don't have, like, I feel like I've already taken my revenge. Obviously, I didn't take revenge, but I feel like I've taken my revenge, and now I don't need to do anything else. I'm happy, I'm satisfied.
So that anger has gone away.
That anger has gone away. That is so precious.
Yeah.
It has lightened me up so much that I'm able to connect intimately with people.
Have you felt that anger towards parents or something at times?
Yeah. In fact, there is a lot of work that I have also done on myself the year between the twice that we dated, right? So I realized that anger, the way that you hold on to anger, like, it does color the way you talk to anyone else or think about anybody else or do anything, and I completely relate to forgiving someone whether or not they know it.
Yeah.
It's not about them, it's about yourself.
Yeah, because I mean, same with me as well. Like, I did have a lot of deep-seated anger because of the way things turned out and everything, and I've spoken about it in a bunch of videos about that. Like, by the end of it, when you realize your parents are doing whatever they're doing for your best benefit, and it's not like they want to be mean to you. They're still trying to do their best. They've always done their best, but it's their first time being parents, so they're also trying to figure it out. And all we learn about parenting is by seeing our parents. So when number of times what people do, they just go into that thing, like, even when somebody would be watching this, they'd be like, my mom and my dad is perfect. How can you talk about that? I'm never going to talk about that. But there is that inner voice that what are you feeling inside? You can't hide that by just being polite, because society shames you for saying anything bad about your parents, because moms are perfect, dads are perfect. Your parents brought you here. What kind of an ungrateful person are you? I'm not denying that. Like, they've done everything amazing. But we also need to realize that there are a lot of things fucked up in our lives that is due to our parents. And it's not about fighting with them, but it's about us going into that journey and healing that part so that we can have the proper relationship with them and the people around us and live amazingly ourselves. So same, like in the initial days when I was also working on myself, like I noticed that I'd get more angry at my dad because suddenly wo cheezein yaad aa gayi hain. Now I remember all those things, but then I would be like, no, I don't need to do that. And then now it's that point where I also realized that, all right, a lot of the things weren't perfect, but a lot of the things that I learned was because of that particular childhood that I had. And if I can get the best of both worlds, heal what wasn't and just get the best parts, that is when I can integrate myself and accept myself 100%. So like my ability of entrepreneurship came from the fact that I couldn't rely on my parents for fuck all and been like, yaar, काफी चीजें मुझे खुद ही करनी पड़ेंगी, because I grew up in a boarding school, right? So I'm like, खुद ही करना पड़ेगा, and I want good things for myself. Let's fucking do it. So that was amazing. The self-reliance, the self-discipline. Yeah, another thing, what people would do is they would be like, हाँ ठीक है, I understand this very good, so let's just bypass it. So people spiritually bypass it. You have to confront that anger inside you. You can't just let it go. It's not going to go away. So we had anger release processes where we bring it out and you transmute it later on. So that emotional stuff needs to come out. Not at the parents, but in a controlled environment.
Absolutely. That helped so much. And ever since that came out, I just don't feel angry. Don't feel angry would be inaccurate. It would be more like have better things to do now. That peace in my mind is there.
And you can control even if you're feeling that.
Absolutely. Very easy to control that anger.
Yeah. Tell me about other things like, we've discussed some of the problems that you were facing, like self-esteem, shame, and fear and all of those things, and social isolation. So while we were doing inner work, so did that also get sorted out, some things?
Yes, but it also helped me learn to deal with fear. Before, I'll be like, oh fuck, what happens? What if this happens? What if that happens? Now I'm more like, okay, let it happen. I won't die.
Right.
And that philosophy even helped me in approaching and continuing the conversation and staying in dates. Okay, fine. Okay, yeah, she's an amazing person. I mean, I love her to death. But even if we break up, yeah, I would be very sad. But probably be even Devdas. But then I think I'll recover.
Yeah. So no matter like even if bad things happen, you will be okay. Life will go on.
Life will go on, and maybe I'll even be better. And I have that optimism to see it.
For sure. All right. So and then you got out of it. Like we did all the inner work and everything, and you were saying that was one of the most pivotal moments.
Yes. It was not a single moment. It was more like I took the course and like, okay, fine, what the fuck is going to happen? But then when I wake up and when I have to go back to the field, I'm finding myself far less anxious. Like I'm able to do it. I'm able to talk. I'm able to approach. Approaching is easier.
Yeah.
Not orders of magnitude easy, but it is way easier. Like way easier than before.
Yeah. Right. And I think it was the timing as well combined. Like we've tried getting people to only do inner work, but then they just do inner work. They don't take the action of going out and doing the approach. You need that push where, you know, you have that coach being like, bro, you still have to do it. You will not feel perfect about it, but it just becomes easier.
Yeah, then I actually discovered a whole new facet of approaching, right? It's not just about doing things, it's about living that lifestyle of taking action.
Yeah.
You have to take action, and whatever it is that you want, you have to go towards it. You have to take that first step.
Right.
And make that a habit so that it also helps in other aspects of your life.
Has it helped in other aspects of your life?
I'm an entrepreneur now. I take risks. And I am doing stuff on my own. I'm building products. I've built like 6 different SaaS products so far in the last 1 year. Of course, that's because I also had time in the last 1 year after meeting her. Before that, all I did was approach.
All you did was approaching. But now I think that's great, because if we can put in a few years of our life into building this confidence, into building, like going and talking to girls and all of that is cool. But I think what made more impact for me was that, you know, that even if things don't work out, you'll be okay. And I think that should be there in relationships from both the partners, because mostly when I see, it's usually from the side of the girl, and guys get really desperate that, "Arey yaar, please don't leave me ever," and then it turns into a very power dynamic where the girl does whatever she wants with the guy, and the guy is just like, "All right, you do whatever you want." So that level of equality sort of shifts in, like it just hangs in balance. But then now if it gets equal, then both the parties can feel like, all right, we both have something to lose, and we both can go away, and that's where commitment really holds true, and that's where loyalty holds true. Like getting married to a guy who can't get a girl ever, like what loyalty, bro? Like there's no loyalty on your end. You can't do anything. But when you can, and then you choose to be with someone, which is most women's reality, right? Like they can get a lot of guys, but when they choose to commit and they choose to be with someone, that says something. And similarly, I think for you as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on whatever we've discussed as of now? How do you feel about it?
Actually, it resonates. It completely resonates. I mean, he's told me a lot of this. We've spoken about it, and we both come from a place that, okay, you know what? Even on the worst of days, we do choose this.
Yeah.
Not because, oh, okay, age is catching up and what else are we going to get? And I don't have the time for any of this. We choose this. This is kind of what we wanted all along, you know?
Yeah.
In different ways, we're searching for something, and this is what we wanted. I mean, so yeah, I mean, it's very true to, like you said, the whole thing of choice. Like, you know, even if there are 10 other things you can do, you're choosing to do this. I think that is the important piece here. And you choose what, you work for what you choose,
Right.
is also important. So.
Yeah. So about his journey, like, you know, he's put it out with his pain and everything out, and all of that. How do you feel when you hear that? Like, he's gone through so much stuff to finally meet you.
It's very humbling, honestly. It's extremely humbling because, you know, I mean, a man who has the guts to accept all of this about himself, you know, a man who respects himself so much. Interesting thing. Going back to that first 12-hour date, I was like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. But when I saw his house, the way he kept his house, instantly I was comforted because the care with which he kept his house, right? it showed that he has self-worth.
Right.
And that was important for me.
Yeah.
So this entire journey of his, which he has gone through, to see his self-worth. Now you don't get self-worth, right?
Yeah.
You see your self-worth is there.
It's already there.
It's already there. So the journey that he has taken, the pains he has taken to come to a place where his self-worth is high enough that he has a relationship with himself, and so he has a relationship with me. And I on my in my life I've done pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, it feels right. It's like, okay, good, this is what we wanted.
Yeah.
So it's very humbling to see someone who's done that kind of work and you don't have to do it for them
Yeah.
or push them to do it.
Yeah. You've already done it before. So you don't have to push them to therapy and other things.
No, absolutely not.
ठीक है. Yeah, how do you feel now, bro? Now that this entire journey has happened and you've met her.
I feel like a stronger person from inside.
Okay.
I mean, even the way I speak to you or anyone for that matter, I feel like I speak in a more sure manner, with a more deeper voice. Even if you look at my earlier sessions, right?
Yeah.
There I used to stammer a lot. I used to talk in a high pitch, like uncle, like that. And after finishing the IML, the high word cycle, so now I'm able to talk in breaking rapport, and I'm able to keep it consistent and be sure about what I'm saying.
Right.
So even in my general outlook, how I carry myself, I feel a lot stronger, like a stronger person.
Right. So inside out transformation.
It was a complete inside out transformation. I even changed my look, right?
Fashion has changed.
Fashion has changed.
Fashion has changed.
The haircut. I found the way I look.
Yeah.
I have like female pattern baldness, right? I used to be self-conscious about that too.
Acha.
So now I've learned to embrace it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I've been losing hair since the age of 12. I've never had the chance to show off my hair or be young and have nice hair. Ever since the age of 12 to 13, people used to make fun of me for being bald, and that also took a huge hit on my self-esteem.
Yeah.
But now I've learned to embrace it.
Yeah. Okay, so for people that don't know what breaking rapport and seeking rapport is, seeking rapport is when you talk to someone who's above you, so your voice goes up in the end. It's like, hello, hi, excuse me, hi. And that's how people usually talk when they're trying to talk to a girl. Hello, excuse me, are you? Can I talk to you for a minute?
If you don't mind, can you give me your phone number?
If you don't mind, can you give me a phone number? So you're almost like it's just you're really beneath. You're like, you have no value for yourself. There's no self-worth. You think the girl is above you, and she doesn't want to date anybody who's below. She wants a man who's equal. So seeking rapport is actually the way you talk to, let's say, a policeman or your teacher or somebody who's above you or your parents. And breaking rapport is how you talk to your friends and your family, where you're not trying to get anything, you're not trying to get rapport, you're just being your normal self. So your voice never goes up, it just goes down. It's like, hey, hi, excuse me, hi, all right, cool, let's hang out, give me your number. It was like, can I have your number, please? Where you sing a song, voice is going up.
Oh my God, that is so true. That is so true.
So real men, like whenever anyone's talking to a girl, make sure you're not trying to be extremely polite, because that's what's there, right? Be very polite with women. But then you miss out on the raw authenticity of talking to her like a normal human being. So that's breaking rapport and seeing rapport.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? I mean, women are not some alien creatures to be treated like, or something breakable.
Yeah.
It's fine. You can talk to a woman like a human being.
Yeah.
I mean, you can talk about interests and things. I mean, we have conversations, It's not just you. And after a point, people see through the kind of pickup lines and that guys try to create that personality, which is the kind of personality women like. And I think that's something I didn't find in him. Yeah. That artificially created personality.
Right.
It's like, okay, I'm this geek who likes gaming. And I was like, oh, cool. Okay. So, I mean, it's important to respect people for, respect every human being for who they are, right? And so when guys are taught that you need to respect women or you need to protect women, I think that needs to kind of change now. And we kind of need to respect and look out for everyone else.
Yeah.
So you don't need to assume that role, I feel. So I think that is a narrative that needs to change when it comes to how we speak to boys.
Yeah.
You should not be telling them to respect and protect women. Only women.
Yeah. Only women. It's like just be a nice human being, and you gotta, whoever's in need, help them out.
Yeah, just in whatever capacity that you can.
Yeah. So you've mentioned, of course, like you liked a lot of things about him. But now I want to know, like, if you would have wanted to get married, you could have gotten married. There must have been a lot of guys. And women have that reality. And not even women, like you could find a lot of people out there in the entire world. But why do you choose to be with him out of everyone else?
I found a friendship with him. Honestly, I found him very interesting to start with, of course. You know,
Nice.
It was always fun talking to him. We had great conversations. We had a lot of fun together always. We still do, you know. I could be silly when I wanted to, or I could be myself, basically. He gave that space to... He didn't never put me in a box. That, okay, you know what? You're my girlfriend. This is what is expected out of you. So if we had started our relationship with this whole farce where we both have these masks and, you know, kind of playing roles, it would have eventually worn off.
Yeah.
So we approached each other with the understanding that this is who I am, this is who you are. Let's talk. Let's see. You know, let's see how it goes.
What do you think about the work that we do here, like helping men with all of that? What's your opinion on that, and how do you feel about it?
It's necessary. It's necessary to retrain men to see women as people and not just as conquests or as something to win over or someone to win over. Right? And I think the one thing that I so far have liked about how IML approaches dating is that it brings out who you are. It's not really about, hey, create this personality, hey, become magnetic in 30 days. You know, it's about, hey, sit down, learn about yourself.
Yeah.
You know, learn to love yourself and then go out and date. I wish that our childhood socialization included being able to talk to others.
Yeah.
Everyone like that, you know.
And this is something that I'm planning to do with our children. I'm going to take them cold approaching.
Boot camp.
Yeah, boot camp. I mean, this is a very important skill that fathers should teach their sons.
Yeah.
I wished my dad taught me this.
Yeah.
Maybe they did that long time ago.
Yeah.
But along history, we had these social structures built up where, you know, through arranged marriage, you have a girl ready-made for you.
Yeah.
In the last 10, 20 years, it stopped working.
So that's why, like, because you always have an easy way out and you will have a girl through arranged marriage, people don't, specifically in India, we don't put in the effort to learn it because it's just like, theek hai, padhai karenge, partner, so we'll find, our parents will do the job for us.
It's a very important life skill, and it not only taught me to approach women, it also taught me a lot about business also, how to approach people, how to approach the whole concept of getting what you want, asking for what you want, and going after it.
Yeah. And you were mentioning something about your vibe as well that changed.
Yes, my vibe changed, and my vibe changed from being fearful, being cautious, to not worrying about what's going to happen. You're going to be fine either way. The world is not going to change.
Yeah. And in online dating specifically, that one thing you were mentioning.
Online dating is something I seriously struggled with, but also I learned a lot about myself, how I'm coming across to others. Over time, I mean, you guys yourselves gave like specific suggestions on what to do about my looks, changing my outfit, changing the color schemes, getting a good haircut, working out. Of course, working out is
on and off.
It is on and off, of course.
That's okay.
But these things are well within, or even more in my control. The haircut, the glasses I wear.
So we're shamed a lot, especially in our teens, when we want to spend time and we don't have money then, but whatever energy we have, which is time.
Yeah.
When we want to spend that on looking good.
Yeah.
You know, we're shamed a lot for that. You know, you're not old enough to do this. There's not the right time, what he has also shared, right?
Yeah.
That study and...
Avara ladka banega.
Yes. Or it's like, you know, do you want to become a self-centered girl?
Yeah.
All sorts of things. Focus on your career right now. Do all this later. What we don't realize is that even teenagers are beings, no?
Yeah.
So I feel that we carry that into adulthood and forget that loving yourself or looking good is the first thing when it comes to finding the right partner.
100%.
And it's important who you spend your life with, right? I mean, this person is part of every decision of yours after a point. So I feel that if we have that thought process that, you know what, okay, I choose myself. And so after a point when I'm ready to choose a partner, then I choose this person very consciously. And it's okay to put time, money, effort, whatever forms of energy you have into, you know, nurturing a relationship.
Yeah.
I feel that we'd end up not wasting a lot of time
True.
in finding.
No, 100%. We see that with a lot of our clients. Like they'll be earning like 50 lakhs a year, and they're not buying new clothes. They're not. They're still wearing the same T-shirt the same type of shirts that they see their parents wearing. And then you're like 25, 28 years old, but you still look like you're 35. So not investing in that, not doing those things, and. It's partly of two things. One, it's because all of us come from like middle class families, and our parents want us to study hard, and they don't want us to focus on here and there things. But we, as you said, we carry that even when everything is sorted. Ab theek ho gaya hai. Ab to start karo, kuch khayal rakhna. But we still don't do that. So yeah.
Most important thing I learned from one of your videos, it's one of the free videos on YouTube, not the course content, is to smile from year to year. I tried that, and ever since I tried that, I couldn't stop loving the way I look, and that's become my standard way to smile. Nice. She calls it a photo smile, and well, I don't know if she likes it or not.
No, he has a photo smile and then he has a real smile.
Yeah, I'm not able to recreate that real smile on command, but that photo smile I can easily do that. So ever since I learned how to do that, every photo of mine, whether it's for online dating or for or just casual ones, with family, I just love looking at myself.
Yeah. More positive vibe,
and even my body shape, it's changed in the last couple of years. I've been fit, and now I'm not so fit right now, but still, no matter what body shape I have, I'm still able to have my grooming and my smile on point.
Yeah.
I just like the way I look on photos, and that in turn makes my self-esteem even better.
Nice. Amazing, bro. Like, that feels nice. Thank you so much for being here, guys. It's absolutely amazing to honor you. And Devika, thank you for sharing your point of view here and your side of the story. That's great. I'm very happy for you guys.
Thank you so much, Kshitij, for having me.
Thank you so much, Kshitij.
Thank you, guys. Alright guys, hope you liked the podcast. Now if you're also someone who is successful in everything in his life, apart from dating and apart from talking to girls, and you want to improve this part of your life, build your confidence, improve your personality, and finally meet the right partner, just click in the link below and sign up for the mentorship program. Now, only for this week, we're running a launch offer where you can get discounts and bonuses worth up to 3,90,000 rupees. This is the cheapest Mentorship 3.0 ever is going to be. Now, we've got only limited slots available for this because Mentorship 3.0 is a one-on-one coaching program. You can be anywhere in the world and we're going to help you build that confidence and finally help you meet that right partner. Just click on the link below and apply for Mentorship 3.0.